Today you will learn about the German Leopard 2 tank, so subscribe to the channel, it will be interesting. And while you're subscribing, I'll tell you about the best tank in the world. The Leopard 2 is a German third-generation main battle tank developed by Krauss-Maffei in the 1970s, entering service in 1979 to replace the previous Leopard 1 as the main battle tank of the West German Army. Different versions are used by the armed forces of Germany and 13 other European countries, as well as several non-European countries, including Canada, Chile, Indonesia, and Singapore. The Leopard 2 has been used by the German Army in Kosovo, and by the Dutch, Danish, and Canadian armies in Afghanistan as part of the International Security Assistance Force, and is also used by the Turkish army in combat operations in Syria. After lengthy diplomatic efforts and a period of hesitation, permits for the supply of various modifications of the tank to Ukraine were obtained at the end of January 2023. Work on the Leopard tank began with the development of the Leopard 1 in cooperation with France in the 1950s, but cooperation ended later. Although the Leopard 1 tank was adopted by the FRG in 1965, the Germans were interested in creating an improved tank in the following decade. This led to the development program for the MBT-70 tank in cooperation with the Americans, which began in 1963. However, by 1967, the question arose as to whether the MBT-70 would be adopted for service. Therefore, the German government issued an order for research to improve the Leopard 1 tank to the German company Porsche in 1967. This development was called the Vergoldeter Leopard and was focused on incorporating improved technologies into the Leopard tank design. The project included an automatic loader, a paired automatic gun, and an independent commander's periscope. The machine gun could be used from inside the tank, and a television camera on a retractable mast was also used for observation. The shape of the turret and hull called for the use of cast steel armor, and the suspension, transmission, and fire suppression system were also improved. The decision to begin serial production of the Leopard 2 tank was made after conducting studies on the tank which showed that adopting the Leopard 2 modification would provide better combat results for the German army than producing a large number of Leopard 1A4 tanks or releasing an upgraded version of the Leopard 1A4 with smoothbore guns of 105 or 120 mm, improved armor protection, a new fire control system, and engines with 1200 or 1500 horsepower. Prior to the start of serial production, many changes were made to the Leopard 2 tank's design. The engine, transmission, and suspension were slightly modified and improved. The ballistic characteristics of the turret and hull were improved and weak points were removed. Ammunition racks were installed in the turret, and hydraulic systems were separated from the crew compartment with explosive panels. Several new components were developed for the Leopard 2 tank during the development of the Leopard 2 AV and testing in the USA. For the serial versions, an American-made Hughes laser rangefinder was selected instead of the EMES-13 passive rangefinder. The EMES-13 system was considered the better solution, but the Hughes system was cheaper and fully functional. The main armament of the serial version of the Leopard 2 tank is a 120 mm smoothbore gun rainmetal, the same as installed on the M1 Abrams tank in both variants L44. The gun ammunition consists of 27 shells, which are stored in a special magazine in the nose of the hull, to the left of the driver. An additional 15 shells are stored in the stern of the turret on the left and are separated from the combat compartment by electrically controlled doors. In the event of an explosion in the ammunition compartment, the explosive panels direct the blast outward to protect the crew. The main armament of the serial version of the Leopard 2 tank is a 120 mm smoothbore gun rainmetal, the same one installed on the M1 Abrams tank in both versions L44. The gun's ammunition consists of 27 rounds stored in a special magazine in the front of the hull, to the left of the driver. An additional 15 rounds are stored in the rear of the turret to the left and separated from the crew compartment by electrically operated doors. In the event of an explosion, explosive panels direct the blast outward to protect the crew. The gun is fully stabilized and can fire different types of ammunition, such as German anti-tank heat rounds DM43, which can penetrate up to 560 mm of steel armor at a distance of 2,000 meters, and German multi-purpose anti-tank rounds DM12. For the L55 gun, a new APFS DST round was introduced, adapted for the longer barrel, DM53, which can penetrate up to 750 millimeters of rolled homogeneous armor at a distance of 2,000 meters. The gun ejector and the A4 and A5 thermal shrouds were developed to regulate the barrel temperature and are made of glass-reinforced plastic. The barrel is chrome-plated for increased service life. The gun elevation angles range from +20 degrees to -9 degrees. Rheinmetall has developed an upgrade for the Leopard 2 tank to allow it to use Israeli anti-tank missiles Laha through the gun barrel. The missile can hit a target at a distance of 6,000 meters. The Leopard 2 is equipped with a 1,500 horsepower MTU MB873 diesel engine. The MTU MB873 is a 4-stroke, 47-liter multi-fuel 12-cylinder liquid-cooled turbocharged engine with a calculated fuel consumption of 300 liters per 100 kilometers on the road and 500 liters per 100 kilometers on average terrain. It is equipped with a Renk HSWL 354 transmission and a braking system. The Renk HSWL 354 transmission has 4 forward and 2 reverse gears, with a hydrodynamic transmission and is fully automatic. The Leopard 2 has 4 fuel tanks with a total capacity of 1160 liters, which gives it a maximum range of 500 kilometers. The engine allows for a road speed of 68 kilometers per hour and a reverse speed of 31 kilometers per hour. The engine can be replaced in the field in 35 minutes. The engine and transmission are separated from the fighting compartment by a fire-resistant barrier. An improved version of the engine, the Euro Power Pack, with a power of 1,650 horsepower, the MTU MT883, has also been tested on the Leopard 2. Leopard 2 has a torsion bar suspension and improved friction dampers. The tank has 7 rubber-coated road wheels and 4 support rollers, with a sprocket wheel at the front and an idler wheel at the back. The track is the DL570F, with rubber metal joints, interchangeable rubber pads, and consists of 82 links. For use on frozen ground, 18 rubber pads can be replaced with an equal number of spikes, which are stored in the front of the tank. The top part of the track is covered by a protective side skirt, and the front 2 road wheels and the idler are also covered. Leopard 2 can ford water obstacles up to 4 meters deep with a snorkel or 1.2 meters deep without preparation. The tank can also traverse obstacles up to 1 meter in height. This was the first part of the video about the Leopard 2 tank. Thank you for watching. See you soon.